Fog Racing back with another predictions video, and we've got the Constructors Championship. We decided to split it. We've got Toto Wolff and Christian Horner staring each other out here. But could there be a prancing horse thrown into the mix? And if you're not aware, there is 10 teams. We have vastly different lists here. Because somebody didn't watch pre-season and tried to think he could outdo the Steve Star, didn't he? And that's the bottom line. But coming in at 10th place for me is Williams. In at 10th place for him is Haas. I picked Williams last because their car's not that good, and they've two drivers that also aren't that good. Why did you put Haas in at 10th, being Gene?
I thought Haas were pissed last year. I thought they were going to continue to be pissed this year, but who knows, maybe I got it wrong. We'll have to wait and see.
Yes, you put Williams in at 9th. It's more the same. I mean, I think they're by far the weakest driver lineup.
I mean, they might. Well, I mean, Williams probably. I don't. There's no might about it. They do, don't they?
Like Lance Stroll reminds me of Latifi, but I just feel like Lance Stroll's got a performance in him every now and then.
Yeah, and I would
Latifi's just averagely pish.
I think Magnussen's just better than Albon or.
That's it. I mean, I've put Haas in 7th, guys, but that's only because I feel like the car is actually faster. It looks like all Ferrari powered teams, it's in the middle. Because obviously you've got Ferrari, who's the quickest out of all three. We've also put Aston Martin both in at 8. Again, the lineup's weak and the car doesn't look that good, and that's kind of why we're both going to put them in here. Alfa Romeo, though, I've put them 9th. Ganhu Joe, not that good. Bottas is going to get found out this year. You've put them in at 7th. Don't know why. I actually don't know how the fuck you've put them in at 7th, but you have.
Who's that?
Alfa Romeo.
I think Alfa Romeo's looking pretty good. Let's hope the Hulkster doesn't get banned. Fucking that's the fuck. Right, fuck, it's not monetized. Continue on.
But we're into the top 6 now because the bottom 4 is pretty congested. But I say we're into the top 6. But as we had this problem in the drivers, we did the exact same top 6. We put AlphaTauri in at 6 because it's going to be a one-man band. But they will be better than the bottom 4 teams, and Gasly will get enough points to help them easily beat them. The other 4, but I do feel like AlphaTauri and Alpine will be in a battle of their own for 5th. I believe the other 4 will be a bit more distant. Do you believe that so?
Yeah, no, I can't really see Alpine catching any of the top 4 teams, and at the same time I don't see anyone below Alpine really giving Alpine any problems. I mean,
yeah, just due to the fact that Tsunoda's pish.
I could see Gasly, on his own, troubling Ocon. Maybe Alonso, but I just don't see Tsunoda pulling his weight in order to make AlphaTauri a real threat to Alpine for 5th place. So that's my reasoning for going Alpine. If AlphaTauri had 2 Gaslys, then maybe I could switch them around, but they don't.
They're only one. Next up with McLaren. I mean, after the first pre-season test, it was looking like a 4-horse race between the top 4 teams at that test, but Barcelona was a letdown for them. Danny Rick got COVID. The car could only do 10 laps at a time, and if a car can only do 10 laps at a time, it doesn't matter how quick it is, it's not getting points. But I feel like they will fix that, and I feel like they will have a decent enough car. But I feel like McLaren will be in no man's land. I think in some races they'll be able to challenge. Like last season we've seen that, but I just feel like Danny Rick's going to let the side down, and therefore they're not going to be able to challenge the top 3, but they're not going to be able to drop back into the other pack because they're just going to be in no man's land. Next up, we have Mercedes. They're not making it 9 in a row. They're making it hee-haw in a row because they're losing it in 3rd place. Why are they losing it in 3rd place? Is it because they got the 3rd fastest car, or is it because...
Combination of, I don't think Hamilton's as good as he used to be. Another year older. I mean, come on. I wouldn't be surprised if last year's affected him.
Mentally and physically.
There's no guarantee that Russell's going to come in and be as good as Bottas. Not that Bottas was great, but, I mean...
I hate Bottas, but he was a good wingman.
He's a good wingman. We don't know how Russell, the dynamic of the team could change. Could Russell, being in the team, weaken Hamilton? Things like that. So that's kind of...
It definitely could potentially, but I feel like Mercedes, they aren't looking that good, and I feel like they could potentially win this whole development race towards... I feel like Mercedes will get stronger towards the end of the season, but I don't know, they look slower than the other 2 at the minute, and I feel like Red Bull look the fastest, even though if Perez steps up, I think Red Bull will win the Constructors. Spoiler alert. Potentially. Well, actually, I don't know. It's an interesting season, guys, because I think we could get a potential. It could be like 2010 all over again.
I'm just hoping we get different winners, and
Yeah.
you know.
Last season was good, but it was the Hamilton Max show.
Yeah, and we're kind of sick of seeing Hamilton and Max and Mercedes in general. And even see if Ferrari were the dominant team this year. See if Ferrari are head and shoulders above everyone, no spoiler on it. I could live with that because then at least I could say, well, you know what?
Haven't seen it.
A different team at the top. I haven't seen it. Well, I've seen it. Like just it's been a while.
Been a long,
at least,
long time.
I mean, I think Sainz and Leclerc would give us good battles. It's not like the Schumacher Barrichello days. So
Exactly.
if it's going to be that way, then
So be it. And that's a spoiler, guys. We've got Red Bull in at second. Red Bull kind of suffering from, you know, what will Perez do, but they also they stepped it up a gear on that final day of testing. But Ferrari, everyone's betting Ferrari. Everyone's betting Charles Leclerc. I feel like it almost is too good to be true for the prancing horse, but I think they're going to do it. Because even if Ferrari had like the third fastest car, but there was only like 4 tenths in it, I would still have faith in them. They could still do it.
Yeah.
So if they're the fastest car, I mean,
And you can make up 4 tenths, really. I mean, so.
that's what I'm saying. Hamilton, we don't have a race-winning car.
How
To me,
slow- I mean,
a race-winning car, like not to have. If your car's 4 tenths a lap slower, you can still do strategies and all to win a race.
Yeah.
So I don't get his logic here. I mean, yeah, what a shit for Hamilton, but that's our predictions over Ferrari's going to win until Bahrain. We'll do a preview, but until then, looking forward to it. And that's it.